Okay, so somebody is really struggling right now, okay? They're struggling to see the bigger picture in life, okay? I feel like I'm talking to somebody who is just trapped in a cycle of emotional pain. I have emotional storm and pain, both that had came out, okay? And I was shuffling out of a different deck before this as well, and the same type of situation was coming out. And it's because like somebody's so focused on one outcome or for something to be only one way, right? This doesn't have to just be like relationships. This could be like a business, it could be like a move, I don't know. It's just being so focused on the loss of a situation. I feel like that's what it is. Somebody is clinging to what they're not, what they don't have right now, okay? And it's not like they'll never have it. It's like, it's not, I mean, maybe it is because it's the one person. This could also be somebody's like stewing in the fact of thinking everyone is going to be the same. Everyone is going to hurt me. I can't trust nobody. It says being afraid and cautious right here, right? Unstable, turmoil. Like I feel like, ooh, and beginnings is upside down right there. Like I feel like this person is scared to try again. They're scared to go in a new direction. They're scared to start over. And it's like you're being called, like if this is you or maybe this is somebody that you're waiting on, but it's like God is trying to push them out of their pity pot, but they're holding on tight, okay? Because they can only see their pain right now. I mean, what else do we need to know? Let's do that. What else do we need to know about this to help? Look, clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying. They're holding on. I mean, I feel like I want to say like you're justified in your pain. Like if this is you I'm talking to, like I mean, what happened to you wasn't right? Like I feel like your pain is real. Like, well, this could also be somebody wanting revenge, right? Wanting that revenge, you know, being unstable, not able to find peace with how somebody did them dirty, did that, you know, to the point where it's halting them moving forward. But it's like, because I was hearing broaden your horizons earlier as well. And like having that faith. And maybe this is just like, you know, if you want different, you got to take actions in order to make it different. You have to be willing to release stuff. You have to stop clinging to what God is trying to release from you, because that's part of it. And some of y'all want change so bad. You want something so bad, right? Like you're hurt, like you want this so bad, but it's like you want something that God is trying to remove from your energy. You are trying to cling to the person or the thing that is hurting you the most, right? Not being able to see a different perspective, right? Because it's like, I feel like somebody's real, like if I give this up, if I give this person up, if I give this job up, if I give this up, like how will I ever, like I won't be able to get that, right? Like they're seeing one thing is the only way. And God's like, they're so much bigger than this one direction, right? Because this I feel like for some of you it is a person, like clinging so hard to one person. It's like the person isn't trying to be with you. Not in a way that you deserve, right? Like, I mean, for some of you guys, maybe I'm talking to somebody who's in a relationship with somebody, you know, that consistently is causing emotional storms within your life, that is consistently causing pain in your life. But you're clinging to that person just as much as they're stirring the pot in your life, because you're opening the door, right? You're responding to the text messages. You're checking up on their social media. You know, you're getting mad. I feel like I'm talking to somebody who keeps engaging. You keep engaging in a situation. So this may not be everybody's message, you guys. Please don't get offended if it's not your message. I appreciate y'all hitting the like button and everything and getting it to the person, you know, that needs to hear this, okay? Because I just feel like, dang, boo, there's so much more to life than this. There's so much more to life than this, okay? And like, maybe this is even like clinging to the idea of what you wanted somebody to be in your life, that they weren't able to manifest that with you, right? Okay, so they weren't able to meet you where you needed them to meet you. Now it's time to release and give to yourself. Find out what makes you you, because I feel like I'm talking to somebody who has a lot invested in something else outside of themselves, right? That's what's causing all this, you know, pain in this emotional storm. 444, and it's 444 time, and it was 444 on the thing. Like, you're so protected through this situation. You're so protected through this. I'm sorry that it's a struggle right now. I'm sorry you're going through one. But I feel like certain things are being brought to the surface in order for you to face them and move on from it, right? Not continue to cling to the pain and the vindication. Like it's like you're looking for reasons to keep it going, to keep that cycle going. And like when that's where our mind goes, when that's where our mental goes, like it's gonna reflect in our environment. If we think that, well, like I've heard this woman, okay, I feel so bad. Like she has so many things going on in her life, right? I see her around. Anyways, and she's always like, what does she say? If it's not one thing, it's another, right? It's always something. If I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have good luck. I don't even like saying this stuff. But that's the things that she says every time I encounter this woman. And I ask her, like, I'm a friendly individual. I work in customer service. Okay, so how are you doing? Da, 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 da. And it's always that. It's always the negative whatever. And that is manifesting in her life. I mean, certain things I understand are out of our control, but it's like our mentality, man. Like, I mean, the darkest and the bleakest and the nastiest of situations, there is something that you could find to focus on within that to bring you some sort of peace. I really would love for whoever I'm speaking to for that to be God in your life. I'm going to be honest, right? That, to me, that's where I find my peace. I go to God. Like, even when I can't respond in the way, like, when I'm spinning out, like I'm talking to somebody who's spinning out in their pain, in their pity pot, in the trauma, in the PTSD, like that, when you get stuck in that, that is the best time to turn to God and just ask for help with that situation. Because clearly it is out of your control at this point. The emotions are clearly too much for you, right? And so maybe that's what God wants from you, is to give it to him for a minute, right? I don't know. I hope someone's hearing me with this. I hope that someone is hearing me with this. I'll pull some number card. It says the void, longing, stress and depression. It says you have more control over your life than you realize. What am I saying? This is somebody's message, you guys. This is somebody's message. And please be kind in the comments, because there has been a time where you're at the end of your rope too, right? Where everything in life felt hopeless, right? But it's like when we get to that deepest, darkest spot, it's like that's when God can finally work with us. That's when the light can finally come, because we're not trying to fight against it anymore, because we're really, really willing to surrender. And I feel like that's where you're at right now. God is just asking you, like, you know what I mean? Turn to me. It says you have more control over your life than you realize. Learn and execute what interests you. Turn things around. It will get better with time. There are plenty of friends to make, so chill out, have fun, and open up. Go outside. And that's what I was feeling like earlier with like the broadening your horizons. Because like the first message in the pre-shuffle I was getting to was like somebody was, not putting themselves out there, but miserable they wasn't getting nothing. Well, how do you expect something to happen if you're not taking any action steps? You're taking no action steps. You're not putting yourself in a position to even meet somebody, but you're miserable because you're never going to meet nobody. Well, that's not how it's going to work, right? And I don't know, I feel bad because like depression is real. I've suffered through it many different times in life at far too young of an age that I care to even remember. It was so sad when I look back at how sad I was as a kid. It's so sad because we think now, we're like, if we were to talk to a child, like we would be like, there's so much ahead of you, right? Like, anyways, first sign out, Capricorn. Who am I talking about? Please and thank you. Gemini, Scorpio. I was seeing Scorpio to begin with, I'll be real. Virgo. I hope this is a message of hope for whoever needs to hear this. Who are we talking about? Pisces, Leo. I'm just going to leave it at that. Honestly, this message could be for anybody, okay? I have faith that it's going to go to exactly who needs to hear it right now, okay? And trust. Look, it says fast track. You're about to hit the fast track. Yes.